Watson has to come to Detroit. Solid wing defender, shot 41% from the three-point line, and I don't think he'll be crazy expensive this offseason. Now, he's going to have a lot of value because he can shoot the three ball and play defense, a 3-and-D guy who's also able to grab rebounds and defend multiple positions, so he's going to get some sort of a bag. But coming off a season where he only made like $8 million, I think we could get away with paying him about 20 to 30 mil a year. That's what I'm guessing he'll probably receive just because of how much value he is and how valuable shooters are in the league right now. I would want to offer something around 3 years for 70 million, something in that range around there.
So yeah, we having talks about the Pistons getting Peyton Watson. You know, I've kind of heard about him. They kind of like him in Denver. Watched some of his highlights, and came out of Washington. Long arms, pit bull defensively. Be perfect for them. One thing that we all kind of harping on, but I kind of been touching on it a lot. We're harping on the ability of getting a guy that can score next to Cade. And why them getting Kawhi was so significant was because with Kawhi, you don't lose nothing. You gain defensively. Offensively, he can shoot it. He can score it. But it was like, damn, you could have Kawhi and Asar Thompson defend your wings with Cade, who one of the best two-way players in the league. He don't get credit for. Duren is a good defensive player as much as y'all don't like him because his playoff woes. He's a pup, bro. At 22, 23, if you told me I was a finished product, it'd be wild. But check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share, subscribe to the channel. Everybody's just looking at the scoring aspect of it. But defensively, Peyton Watson has become a really good defensive player. Mostly listed as a forward, but it's all interchangeable. Forwards, guards, they all the same today. His ability to defend, his long arms, his ability to make up ground and block shots, his ability to work on his jump shot, catch and shoot. His jump shot is buttery, shot 41% from three. His floater game got better. His ability to finish above the rim and under the rim. I think you probably will be getting a guy at a discount that can grow with you. And that's kind of similar to what Shaedon Sharpe is. Shaedon Sharpe is a guy who is young, but he already signed a deal for 20-something, 23, 21 to 25 for the next 4 or 5 years. So you got him control. He 22, 23. You can grow. Peyton Watson been part of a championship team, though. He's been part of winning culture, played with Jokic, played with Murray. And I think in Detroit, he would instantly come in and be the second option scoring-wise. So not only if you've had him the $25 million defensively, he's gonna give you what you need defensively and probably be a better defensive player in Detroit where they emphasize defense. He know what it takes to win a championship. He's been around those guys. And now, you get that money, you get a chance to be the second option in Detroit. He's instantly the second offensive option. He'll be able to catch and shoot. He'll be able to, get the ball off the dribble, finish at the rack. He'll be able to do a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? So, in general, I really think that, that might be the move. When you start kind of talking about the price point, the age range, the championship experience, and being ready to really, bust out. Now, the thing about that is, does he go to Jeremy Grant route where I just want to leave and just show people I can score 20 points a game and forget how to play defense? You hope that's not the case. And that's why it didn't work for Jeremy Grant in Detroit. You hope he come here. He's still a defensive player. He got a chip to prove. And you're literally can come here and be the number one scoring option. K really just want to facilitate and be the point guard. You literally come here and just take shots and play defense. Nobody else going to take shots from you. Duren going to probably take 10 shots, 15 shots, depending on how better he get. Nobody's stealing shots from you. Collins going to shoot it a little bit more. But his opportunities is contingent on what they can create. And one thing I liked about Peyton Watson was his ability to drive and facilitate. He also was facilitating, passing the ball. And it's just you salivate when you think about three guys, Cade and Thompson and Watson at the wing defensively. Honestly, what do you do? The only guy that you really gonna attack defensively is John Collins. And that's one thing that people not talking about. You can't really come in there and compromise and you come in here and you bring a guy who don't defend. See, when I bring up Drew Holiday, everybody's just looking at the part of Drew Holiday. Well, Drew ain't there. Well, Drew can handle the ball. Drew can shoot. Drew's got championships experience, 2-time champion, 2 different cities. Drew's been a scorer in this league before. He shoots 38% from the 3. But the thing about Drew defend, Drew stick, Drew's a mentor. The thing about Peyton Watson, he gonna defend you. Long arms, athletic, effort. Also, he don't just drive the ball just to score. He facilitate, and I think he'd be a great fit for the Detroit Pistons. Whether you sign and trade him or you flat out sign him to an offer sheet and you get a deal, Denver can't afford to keep him. I think that's your piece. You get 4 really good defenders in your line. I don't care what y'all say about Duran. You get 4 really good defenders in that lineup. Collins will just have to fall in line and beat a Duncan Robinson of this year and just give an effort in Detroit. But you become more lethal this year. I think Duran will come back better offensively, and he's been getting better off. The ability to handle the ball, the little jump, he'll come back better offensively. And if Asar Thompson come back better offensively, the Pistons is probably going to be NBA champions. Simple as that. But I think if you get Peyton Watson, I think it's smart to do a deal. Or if not, you're going to see probably Gary Harris get released. Some of these guys probably going to get released, but they got a lot more depth than they had last year. But obviously depth depth is great if you got, you want to low manage K, or if you get KD, you want to low manage some players. But depth is not necessarily going to help you in the playoffs. Yeah, it'll help you get there and keep guys from when you get to the playoffs, you shorten your rotation to 8. But, Peyton Watson is a guy that they should make a move on. I think above everybody else. I think at the price point you're getting him for, you're going to get him for 4 or 5 years. And I think he's going to be able to grow with your circle of guys, and you just keep it moving. So I think it's a good fit for them. I heard the Pistons were interested in him on X. I think it's a great fit. You can do it. You get the price point. I mean, his contract is going to be in the same neighborhood as Trey Murphy. But the thing about him is he shows a lot of promise as a scorer. And I think he ready to bust out. I think wherever he go, I think he get the opportunity to break out and bust out. I think a lot of Denver fans are going to be like, damn, we should have kept him. But similar to OKC, you want to keep guys, but you can't keep them because they're in small markets, and it's a financial challenge for these guys being in small markets. So, but the jump shot, butter. The ability to off the dribble and the floater and finishing at and above the rim and under is nice. The ability not to be selfish and pass the ball is nice. I think you put him with a defensive coach with JB Bickerstaff, and I think you get the best version of him. Defensively, the way he stick, the way he could shoot it. And I think for him, the only thing that may be an issue for young guys like this, that the green light that he gonna have in Detroit to shoot the ball. If he can handle the green light that he gonna have to be that scorer and still play defense and still make the right basketball play, I think they're in a great position. I think that's who they should go after. And if they make another move, I mean, they got a nice short list, whether it's Kevin Durant, Peyton Watson, Shaedon Sharpe, Drew Holiday, Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan off of waivers. They got a nice list to pick on. But if I had to look at that list, Peyton Watson is the guy. We're not just looking at this year. We're looking at 3-4 years down the line. So, and if, Asar Thompson offensively get it together, he can fall into that 3 spot or that spot. You get somebody else. So we'll see. But if they get him, Asar Thompson and Ron Hollins, one of them dudes is going to ball out. If they don't get him, neither one going to improve. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist, the link in the description. Follow me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, the whole 9.
It's like not even a question at this point.
It's not a question.
He has done everything he has needed to do, and I just think it would be the regret of their life if they let him go somewhere else.
Yeah, and he's going to command a lot of money, and it's going to start, to me, it's going to start at whatever Christian Brown's level was. So that was $25 million a year for Christian Brown. So that's the low water mark for Peyton Watson, because he has proven that out on a basketball court. He gives the Nuggets. So you asked me what kind of skill sets or what things does this team need?
Yeah.
It needs individual shot creation the most.
Yep.
The most. And Peyton Watson was one of the few players that can go get his own shot at the end of a shot clock. So, I think teams did a really good job of, over the course of the season, of really kind of slowing down the Nuggets offense and then getting you to under 10 seconds in the shot clock. Now, what are you going to do? That's when you throw the ball to Nikola and just go, all right, big fella, get us a bucket. Yeah, Jamal, go, break somebody down and give me a fadeaway jumper.
Yep.
But beyond those two players, that is a skill set that they need to add beyond Peyton Watson.
For
They
sure.
need to, but he has that, and you just cannot let that walk out of the door.
One thing I think about the Nuggets that's so hard to forecast is, it's obviously Peyton Watson is floating out there. If you do pay and sign Peyton Watson, he goes into your starting five for that price. So now what are you doing? So is Aaron Gordon. See, Gordon is the one, he reminds me of the Val Nichushkin, completely different ways. But that wild card at the end of the season that if is right, you're as good as anyone, you're the championship team very much contending. And if they're not right, whatever it is, you're an also-ran. You're a first or second round exit. And those, you talk about reliability being one of the great abilities, availability. And Aaron Gordon, it's like J.K. Dobbins. Are you saying he's going to be healthy all year? That's a hard guess.
Well, my feeling is that Cam has to go. That didn't work out. He is a pretty good shooter. He was not the defensive player that Jaylen Brown was, that he was advertised as when he got here. But you got to keep Peyton Watson. You've got to sign him.